Hey everybody, Joe Casaboni here, and today I want to pick up with part 2 of my content creation process. Now in the first video, which will be in a card, in one of these corners, I still don't know which way I'm supposed to be pointing, I will link the first video, which is my content capture or idea capture process. In this video, I want to talk about the actual creating. So there's a few ways that I create content based on the type of content I create. First, let's talk about writing, blogging. I use an app called Ulysses for all of my writing. I'm a big fan of it. It's got really good WordPress integration. It has the kind of markdown that I really like writing in, and the formatting looks fantastic. So this is what I use for all of my writing. I generally don't outline blog posts first. I just kind of have a list of things I want to cover and then start writing and kind of finesse. Blogging is, for me, it's really like the fastest way for me to get ideas down. And then once I have that content written, I will send it to WordPress. I will proofread it. I will create a cover image with Canva. Every time I create an image to go along with my content, it's going to be in Canva. I am a huge fan of that website and that tool. Then I will add categories and tags. I use a plugin called Better Click to Tweet from Ben Meredith. It's a really good plugin for WordPress, and I'll add a few of those kind of tweetable quotes throughout the content, and then I'll publish it. And again, all of my ideas or everything I blog comes from that Airtable. So when I need an idea for a blog post, I will go to that Airtable. I will write something up real quick, and then I will blog it. I'll write down some ideas or some bullet points for me to talk about in that blog post. For longer form writing, like my ebooks or PDF guides and things like that, I will generally mind map using MindNode. So that's a great way for me to kind of just do a brain dump of everything I might want to cover in the ebook or the guide, the PDF, whatever. And then I will use that to create an outline for what I want to talk about. So with my HTML and CSS book, which came out last week as I record this, I had a very big mind map for that, which I then distilled into an outline, and then I went through and wrote each chapter based on both the mind map and that outline. So anything that didn't make the cut for the book from that mind map, I'll probably release as bonus content for people who buy the book or sign up for my mailing list. But for longer form content, I will use a mind map. So that is blogging. I will start with a few bullet points based on something I have in Airtable. I'll write it in Ulysses, which is my current favorite writing app. And then I will add categories and tags. I'll create a cover image or a shareable image in Canva, and I'll add some quotes that can be tweeted very easily from the blog post page. With YouTube, it's a little bit different. YouTube, I don't script my videos, but I definitely choreograph, or I have some notes. You might see me glancing off to the side here. I have a notebook with everything I want to talk about in this video. I actually do have a teleprompter, and while I don't usually script my videos, I will write out ideas that I want to make sure I cover. Again, those bullet points. So what I'm going to start doing, I'm not doing it for this video, but what I'm going to start doing is have those bullet points up on the teleprompter. That way I don't have to keep glancing to the side to see what I actually want to talk about. That's going to be especially useful in my courses where I do script a little bit more, or at least I have like paragraphs of text, because I want to make sure I'm teaching everything I want to cover in the video. But for YouTube videos, it's those bullet points. I will record with OBS if I'm doing a talking head video like this, though I'm going to start using Ecamm Live. I want to try that out, and I want to get back into live streaming a bit more. Or if it's a screencast, I'll use ScreenFlow. So depending on just the type of video. I've also been experimenting a little bit with using Loom, which has my head like in the bottom corner, and then my screen kind of big, and that just straight up records the screen. So if I like move my head to a different corner, you'll see it move. And I'm doing that for more like quick short form videos. I did that for the podcast buttons video. So that's Loom, but usually I'm using OBS or ScreenFlow. I will edit in ScreenFlow, usually because I'm most familiar with that, but ScreenFlow kind of chokes on 4K video. So if it's just like a continuous shot like this, I'm probably not going to edit this too much. I'll use Final Cut Pro instead. So I definitely want to learn more about Final Cut Pro, but Final Cut Pro handles 4K video a lot better, though its project files are gigantic. So be mindful of that if you're going to start using Final Cut Pro. Again, that cover image I use Canva for. If it's a talking head video, I will get a screenshot. Maybe I'll freeze right here for that. And I will remove the background, which Canva lets you do pretty easily. And then I will make that as part of the cover. Apparently faces in YouTube video thumbnails help with conversions. Maybe, maybe not. I need to do some more research on that. Or at least anecdotally for me, like it seems like my most popular videos do, but some of my longer ones are also pretty popular. In any case, I've been doing that more. If it's a screen capture without a picture of me or without like footage of me from the day that I record the video, I do have a couple of stock freeze frames of me that I tend to use. If you actually look at the thumbnails on my YouTube channel, you'll probably notice a few pop up. Maybe they'll be reversed or something like that. But for the most part, if I make an appearance in the video, it's going to be a freeze frame from that video. So that's creating the cover art. I'll also add 1 to 2 cards. Usually it'll be another YouTube video and then some service or my mailing list. And then the end screens. I have a Photoshop template that I use for the end screens. It's really minimal. I know like some bigger YouTubers will have like the full layout for their template where it's like this video goes here and this video goes there and it looks very nice. Mine's just pretty plain Jane. It's like a white background with a bottom third with a black background that says thank you, please like and subscribe. You'll see it at the end of this video. And then I always add one video that is related to the one you're watching. So for this, it'll probably be part 1. And then it'll be the subscribe to this channel button, and it'll be a link to some website. So in this case, it's probably going to be my newsletter at buildsomething.email. So that's how I put together a YouTube video. I also try to, like I have written down here, promote the opt-in. I'm going to tell you to like and subscribe and all of that at the end of this video. But my main call to action, what I really want people to do is sign up for my mailing list, which is why I'll generally have that website on the end screen so that it's really easy for people to do that. So that is blogging and YouTube. How I built it, my podcast is a little bit different. There's a whole process. There are some other videos that cover that, but it should really be its own. The high-level overview is about 3 months before the new season starts. I will plan with a topic. I will reach out to guests that I want to be on the show and start scheduling interviews, and then I batch those episodes. So I'll record a bunch, and then I'll do the bumpers, and I'll get the sponsors, and I'll ship a bunch out. But again, that's probably its own video. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below what you want to know about my podcast process. But for creating content here, when I write, I use Ulysses. When I record, I use ScreenFlow or OBS. And I'm trying a couple of other tools. I'll edit with ScreenFlow or Final Cut Pro. All of my blog content is powered by WordPress. Most of my videos are going up on YouTube, though if I'm doing course videos or something like that, they'll be hosted at Vimeo. So that is everything I want to cover over here. Like I said, I don't script usually, but if there are any questions that you have about my process, let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel for more great content.